In the heart of the city, a bank vault stood proud, deemed the fortress of fortune. Customers, brimming with confidence, believed their wealth was impervious within its walls. But as bankers attempted to unveil its secrets, an eerie truth emerged. No cash, no trace. Witness the spectacle unfold as this audacious act etches itself into the annals of history. Brace yourself for the greatest heist of all time. The story began in Nice, France, at Saucity General Bank on an ordinary Monday, July 19th, 1976. Clients entered the bank with confidence that their valuables were secure within the vault's walls. Bank's director and officers, routine in their attempts to open the vault for daily transactions, encountered an unexpected obstacle. The main door yielded to their efforts, but the inner sanctum, the heart of the vault, remained obstinate. The ancient 75-year-old steel door, a whopping 20 tons heavy, was known for acting up from time to time. People shrugged it off, thinking it was just being its usual quirky self. But things got serious when a bunch of customers showed up, all pumped to do their thing. Panic kicked in, and the bank boss called in help from the folks who made the door, the maintenance squad, basically. It was like the beginning of a wild show at Saucity General. A representative of the company promptly arrived, delving into the intricate lock mechanism. Minutes turned to hours, and frustration mounted as the door refused to budge. Despite the experts' efforts and the addition of personnel sent by the manufacturer, the cause of the obstruction eluded them. The perplexity grew as it seemed the door was sealed from within. An impossibility, given it was the sole entrance and exit to the vault. Noon hit, and things got seriously spicy. With impatient customers breathing down their necks. Their only way out? They had to crack open the vault's side. Meanwhile, in the chill city of Nice, life carried on, oblivious to the wild ride happening just a stone's throw away. As they started cracking the vault, a tiny hole gave them a sneak peek inside. What mysteries were hiding in there? The suspense was killing everyone. What transpired next would send shockwaves through the annals of heist history. The revelation struck like a thunderbolt. The bank had been robbed. Panic ensued as the bank director swiftly called the police. Within minutes, the bank swarmed with law enforcement, including top-ranking detectives from Nice, cognizant that they were about to delve into one of the most significant bank robberies in history. The hole in the vault's wall grew larger, revealing the aftermath of an audacious crime. Bank robbers had vanished with not just the money, but also plundered 4,000 safe boxes containing priceless treasures. A bold statement adorned the wall, written in large font, "Without weapons, without violence, and without hate." The question loomed. How did the perpetrators infiltrate and escape the impregnable vault? The detectives, standing amidst the evidence, uncovered a tunnel leading to the city's underground sewer system. Heist's grandeur became evident as abandoned tools and equipment spoke of meticulous planning. A feat that required 27 gas cylinders, blowtorches, ventilation gear, and nearly half a mile of electrical cable. The realization struck that this was not a spur-of-the-moment crime. It was a meticulously orchestrated operation that had been in the making for months. The thieves had made off with an estimated $10 million in money, jewelry, and precious metals. A staggering sum that crowned it the biggest bank robbery in world history. The bank, reeling from the audacity of the crime, offered a $250,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of the thieves. The investigation transformed into a colossal undertaking as high-ranking detectives from across France descended upon Nice. Evidence pointed to the involvement of a notorious gang known as the Sewer Rats. This criminal collective, notorious for utilizing sewer systems in their operations, seemed like likely accomplices. The detectives, meticulous in their pursuit of the truth, sifted through information gathered from bank employees, customers, and even those residing in the bank's vicinity. After an exhaustive investigation, detectives honed in on suspects associated with the Sewer Rats. However, a lingering doubt persisted. The complexity of the operation suggested the presence of a mastermind, someone capable of orchestrating such a grand scheme. A decision was made to keep the suspects under constant surveillance, for the detectives were now chasing not just the thieves, but the elusive architect of the entire operation. A breakthrough came in the early days of October. Two men under surveillance attempted to sell gold ingots at a local bank. the bank employee traced the serial numbers on the ingots back to those stolen from Saucity General. The two men were promptly apprehended, providing authorities with solid proof of their affiliation with the sewer rats. The focus shifted to making these men divulge information about the mastermind. Pressure tactics were employed, and the suspects were held in custody. The police, armed with the authority to use any means necessary to extract a confession, intensified their efforts. The sewer rats remained silent, holding the key to the identity of the elusive mastermind. A glimmer of hope emerged when one of the suspects, perhaps seeking leniency, provided a crucial name: Albert. A photographer by profession, Albert was allegedly the brains behind the operation. The police wasted no time in locating Albert and presenting him with the evidence they had gathered. To everyone's surprise, Albert professed innocence. Desperation loomed among the detectives as they faced a seemingly incongruent suspect. Known for leading a simple life as a photographer, Albert did not fit the profile of a mastermind orchestrating a colossal bank robbery. The testimony of those who knew him painted a picture of a charming and romantic individual, fiercely loyal to his wife. Nevertheless, Albert found himself in police custody. The interrogations began, lasting for hours. Detectives, resorting to both legal and illegal methods, attempted to extract a confession. Yet, Albert remained resolute, maintaining his innocence. As Albert faced questioning, a raid on his residence uncovered illegal weapons and bombs, providing the police with a leverage they needed. In a bold move, the police threatened to implicate Albert's wife in the possession of firearms, a charge that could lead to her imprisonment for years. Exploiting Albert's love for his wife, the police succeeded in compelling him to reveal the truth. Albert, forced to protect his loved ones, confessed to being the mastermind behind the heist. His detailed account unveiled a meticulously crafted plan that had germinated 2 years prior. A chance revelation by a neighbor working at the bank about the lack of an alarm system in the vault sparked Albert's imagination. He rented a safe box, gaining access to the vault without the watchful eyes of guards. Armed with a camera, Albert meticulously documented the vault's layout, photographing each corner and making extensive notes. The enormity of the vault, housing thousands of safe boxes, necessitated a plan allowing him extended periods inside, undetected. The intricacies of Albert's plan unfolded as he grappled with the challenge of spending significant time inside the vault without arousing suspicion. Weeks turned into months, and Albert, armed with a strategic mind, realized that the key to his success lay beneath the city in its intricate sewer system. Albert dug a tunnel that led straight to Saucity General. The sewer system, often a hub for covert activities, served as his conduit. He obtained the map of the sewer system with the crucial information he needed, and armed with that, he had everything to dig his way to the vault. Albert navigated the underground passages until he pinpointed the closest sewer branch to the bank. A 30-foot tunnel needed to be excavated, a significant distance, especially considering the challenges of working beneath one of the city's major avenues. The covert operation required manpower and resources beyond Albert's means. He sought the assistance of notorious gang leaders in Marseille, including the infamous sewer rats. The gang, enticed by the prospect of a substantial share of the loot, eagerly joined forces with Albert. The digging commenced, and Albert's crew, equipped with traditional tools to avoid detection, toiled in the cramped, dimly lit confines of the underground. Conditions were far from ideal. Tight spaces, stifling heat, and poor ventilation challenged the resilience of the diggers. Albert, recognizing the importance of their comfort, implemented a meticulous schedule, 10 minutes of digging followed by a 10-minute rest. The methodical approach ensured progress while minimizing the risk of exhaustion or collapse. The underground project hit a problem when one of the crew members got sick due to tough conditions. Albert, who's good at planning, acted fast. He split the crew into teams, and they worked for short periods. This made work easier. Weeks turned into months, and the crew persevered, finally reaching the vault's wall on the first days of July. The most challenging task lay ahead. A 12-inch reinforced concrete wall stood between them and the treasures within. Crew, now accustomed to working with traditional tools, progressed cautiously to avoid detection. The final push to penetrate the remaining concrete commenced. The night of July 17, 1976, marked a turning point. The sewer rats, guided by Albert's meticulous planning, entered the vault. Their first task inside was to weld the steel door shut to buy time in case anyone attempted to access the vault. The subsequent hours unfolded as a marathon of breaking open safe boxes one by one. The spoils were beyond imagination. Jewelry, gold, money, and even a bonus, a night deposit from an armed courier, dropped conveniently through a small hole in the vault. They spent 27 hours inside the vault. He told most of the details to the police, but he tricked them by saying he would only provide important evidence to the judge. The police believed him. While talking to the judge, he made a daring escape by jumping out of the window, and a waiting vehicle, a motorcycle, picked him up. The police never caught him again, and all the money was never recovered. That's the end of the story, folks. Until next time.